Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Today I wanted to share with you my experience when it comes to going to doctor appointments or having to go to the hospital if there's a psychotic episode I'm having, if there's an emergency situation to where I'm a danger to myself or a danger to other people, what that looks like. So I'm going to start with doctor appointments and what those look like for me. What do I experience? And what are some of the things that make it difficult for me to make those appointments or even step foot inside of an urgent clinic or an urgent care? What makes it difficult? So many of you know who have been following me. I have schizophrenia. I've had schizophrenia for about 15 plus years. So it's been a while. Started out as the scariest thing I've ever had to experience when it comes to the voices, what I see, the paranoia, the delusions, the disorganized thinking, some of the negative symptoms that come along with the illness. But in the beginning it was scary, it was terrifying. But now after experiencing it for 15 plus years, a lot of my symptoms are just really freaking annoying now, and they get in the way of me going about my daily life, my daily skills, of me going about just me getting things done, whether it's grocery shopping, getting the mail, taking a shower, doing my laundry, doing the dishes, cleaning the house, going to pick up my meds, having fun, going out to eat, hanging out with friends, all those things. My illness makes it difficult for me to accomplish such tasks. And one of those tasks that is hard for me to do are doctor appointments. And this is why that when I went to my doctor appointment today that I've been putting off for a long time. I've been putting it off, but I finally had to go. I had to brave the storm, as they say, and I forced myself to go, even though I knew it was going to be uncomfortable as hell, and it was very uncomfortable. So the moment I walked in, even before I walked in, the voices I was hearing were telling me, you shouldn't go, don't go, they're going to hold you hostage, they're going to force you to stay there, they're not going to let you leave, they're going to steal your soul, they're going to harm you, they're going to do X, Y, and Z to you. You are going to regret going because they're going to hurt you. And that's what I was hearing, what the voices were telling me before I even stepped foot into the doctor's office. The moment I stepped into the doctor's office, the voices transitioned from, this is what they're going to do to you, and they transitioned from that kind of language to, now you're here, there's no turning back, you're locked in, it's a prison, they're not going to let you leave. If you try to leave, they're going to run you down, tackle you, and literally hold you hostage. And so that's what their language transitioned to while I was in the main office with the receptionist, getting my paperwork and doing all of that shenanigans. And so I was filling out my paperwork, and the voices then started talking about, don't give them your personal information. If you give them information, they're going to track you down. They're going to listen to your phone calls. They're going to put microphones and cameras in your walls at your apartment. They're going to watch you. And it's just, when you hear those kind of voices, it is so... It beats you down. It does. It causes you to feel broken. It causes you to feel incomplete. It causes you to feel like there's just no chance for you to have some peace and quiet. And that's what it feels like for me in those situations, to where when I go to doctor appointments, just nonstop, I'm being bombarded with these negative messages, with these negative voices that are telling me that I'm going to be tied down, strapped to a table, strapped to a chair, that I'm going to be operated on against my will, that they're going to, steal my organs, my heart, and they're going to sell them on the black market, and all of these stupid things that logically I know they're false, they're not going to happen, but my brain, how it works is it's telling me these things over and over, and so I start believing in them slowly but surely, and sooner after probably 10-15 minutes, there's a good chance I'll believe what they're telling me, and I'll put down the paperwork, I'll put down the tablet, and I'll just leave, and I'll never have gone through the appointment or I would have never seen my doctor, because the voices convince me all those things are true, so I leave. But thankfully this time I was battling the voices, I was battling what they were saying, I was able to fill out the paperwork, do the work on the tablet, give it to the receptionist, and I was called back to the doctor's office, inside the room where they do your physical examination, ask you questions, update your medication list, all those questions that they ask you. And so one thing that's tricky for me is when the doctor's asking me those questions, oftentimes my voices are trying to convince me not to tell him anything, not to tell her anything if it's a her. But my voices are trying to convince me that they're just trying to get this information from you to use it against you, to hurt you. So don't tell them anything. Keep it to yourself. Just say yes or no. Don't tell them any specifics. Just tell them what they need to know, a need-to-know basis. And that's it. The bare minimum. Tell them the bare minimum so they don't know much about you. And so I had my doctor's appointment. I was able to get through it. And oftentimes that's what my doctor appointments are like, to where I'm hearing the voices and I'm usually seeing things. I uploaded about 5 pictures after this video in another slideshow that shows what I usually see at the doctor's appointments. And as you can see in those pictures, if you check them out, I usually see monsters, these ugly looking monsters, grotesque images, these kind of ugly looking demons or spirits that bug me and shout things at me, try to bombard me with commands for me to follow through and do what they say. And usually that's what I experience. There's times where I have experienced these large snakes, and I've experienced where these large snakes go around my legs, wind themselves, wrap their bodies around my extremities, and I feel like they're constricting me and they're squeezing me so tight that I can't breathe. I felt that before. But check out those pictures. That'd be beneficial to you. So that's what a doctor appointment is like for me. When I go to the hospital to have a hospital visit, if things are serious enough to where I'm a danger to myself or a danger to other people, it does not go well. And this is the reason why, because the times I've had to go to the hospital, the emergency room, were because I was a danger to myself or a danger to other people. And when you're in that situation, once you're in the back, once you get admitted, once they bring you to your quote-unquote room, you're locked, you're behind closed doors, you can't leave, you're on a 72-hour hold more than likely, which means a 72-hour hold for me, how I interpret it and how it actually is if they told you the truth, is I'm the doctor and I claim that you are a danger to yourself or other people, and so I'm going to abuse my power and make it so you have to stay here. I'm going to force you that you have to stay in this room for 72 hours and you can't leave, you can't have your phone, you can't have your valuables, you can't have anything that will make it so you feel calm and collected. Instead, we're going to strip everything from you and force you to feel unsafe. We're going to force you to feel like you have no one around you, that you have no support, and you're going to get better because of this. That's really what a 72-hour hold is, essentially. And so that's usually what happened to me when I went to the hospital. And that's also the reason why I just don't trust hospitals. I don't trust the nurses there. I don't trust the doctors. I don't trust the social workers there. I don't trust anyone there that works there, because in my experience, when I've gone to the hospital, I wasn't allowed to leave. I was locked behind a door, and I would watch people go in and out, and I would receive crappy food. And if I was in the psych ward part of the hospital for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, I would have to go to these stupid meetings every day, these social groups or these group workshops or these group sessions that aren't helpful. They're meant just to pass time, and so they're not trying to help you. The people that are organizing those group sessions are really just trying to pad the time so they get paid in order to just make it so you have something to do in the psych ward. But I don't like going to the hospital because I don't feel safe there. I don't feel like I can get better at the hospital. I don't feel like it's helpful to me to go to the hospital. Even if I'm a danger to myself or other people, I don't feel like it's productive for me to go there, period, because I don't feel safe. I feel trapped. I feel like they're going to harm me, and that's just my feeling. So that's what it's like for me to go to the doctor appointment or the hospital if I need to go that route. Hopefully this video is helpful to you guys. Please check out the photos that I uploaded in the slideshow after this video so you can check out what I see and what I hear and what I experience at the doctor's office. I love you guys. Peace out. Have a good day. God